Hi, I'm Michael Oswald with Michael S. Oswald Training. I am a business guy who also happens to be a lawyer, and I set up this company so that I can provide more training for more business owners to help each of them be more successful down the road. Today I'm going to talk about not doing tasks that are doing tasks that are not on the critical path and not your strengths. Before you really get anything going with your company, you need to take time to identify what you want your product and service to look like over the medium to long term. That will help you scope out a rough critical path. Obviously, these kinds of things can be adjusted over time as you learn more about your business. Taking the time to put your critical path together really helps you figure out what needs to be done so that you can avoid doing anything that isn't on a critical path. It's also important for you to understand what your strengths are. If you haven't taken the time to take one of the available assessments, it's a really good idea to do that. So then, if something comes along and you figure out that, okay, I think that's on the critical path and I'm not any good at that at all, then you know that's something that it really does make sense to pay somebody else to do so that you can keep yourself focused on those things that are critical path and that you are good at doing and that you enjoy doing. If you try to do something that you're not good at doing, you're going to be miserable and your company's going to suffer as a consequence. Hiring somebody before you've taken the time to write great job descriptions is the last pitfall. Taking the time to write great job descriptions is something that will allow you to figure out what. Let me take a step back on that. Before you even sit down to write the great job descriptions, you need to think about those things that you know your company needs to have done before then launching into writing the job descriptions. Taking the time to figure out in advance what you need to have done then helps you avoid the temptation of hiring every excited individual who comes along and says, "Hey, I want to join your startup." Well, that may or may not be a good idea. So you can say to them, "Well, I'm still figuring out what each of those jobs needs to be over the next 6 months, and when I figure it out, I'll let you know. And I'm going to take the time to write the job descriptions so that you and I will both be successful." The great job description identifies what are the critical or essential functions of the job. It also identifies the reporting relationships and the key success metrics. Get all of those lined up, and then you will have a much easier time attracting the right talent, hiring the right talent, and retaining the right talent.